Just look right there. That's where you at. They recording that. Look at you. There you go. There you go. I'm just making you nervous. Just everything is live too. I'm get scared too. Ladies and gents, welcome to season 2 of Wavy World. I'm the voice of Strong Island, Wavy Walker, his city, Long Island. Now we're going to take over the world, and this is a very, very dynamic show that we got going on here with these young gentlemen, and of course this big-time heralded coach, scout, recruiter, mentor, father, historian, everything of the game, the grassroots program himself, team underrated, 25 plus years, CCNY head coach, done that before, St. John the Baptist, done that before. I mean, military background from Queens to Long Island, 5 years now with the SWP program, Shots with a Patience program right now going on in prep. So, I mean, I don't even know if there's anything else more to say with that. One of the biggest culture cultivators and mentors, like I said, and coaches for basketball in New York City, State, and Long Island. Andre Edwards is here in the building. Shots with Patience program, Joel Beard, Josh, stay down the hall, and Jaden Brister in the building. Look at them. They all right, man. Y'all got good melanin. Hector, what you think? Their melanin is all right? Pause. That's good. That's how you get them to smile. That's how you get them to laugh. Dre, man, it is an honor and a privilege for you to be here in the building. Before I know everything is good. Y'all phones is clicking too. Y'all phones is clicking. That's y'all. Well, tell her you on camera. It's good. That's you. You in the spot that you told her you was gonna be. All right. Well, somebody's phone is clicking right here, right now. But it's fine though. We listen, Dre. Good to have you in the building. Shots with the Patience program. One of the biggest things we want to get out right now is prep, because a lot of people are not educated about the prep programs, and a lot of people might have the bad misconception of what prep programs is. I want you to explain to the world here on Wavy World what's the relevance of prep programs and how is it relevant towards high school players, and what you're doing with Shots with a Patience program. Big shout out to Jeremiah Webb, my guy too as well too, but many other guys in the program and too. You got some of the guys here. We're gonna have some questions for you guys as well too, so just be prepared. But prep program, what do you guys do? What is the purpose, and how are you helping these kids with the prep program?
Definitely appreciate the invitation to come here tonight
and Dre, bring that mic up, pause,
and support with some of my players. And the reason why I started my prep program, because of COVID, a lot of players were probably under recruited. So I decided to go my route and start my own prep by just word of mouth and about knowledge of what the prep scene is. Now, there are different types of preps. You got your traditional prep, where they got campuses, academic. They got the academics. It's a school setting. Then you got your non-traditional preps, which I am. You have some that have academic pieces attached to it, and you have some that don't. I do. And we plan on enhancing that much more next year with the new class that's coming in. And it's pretty much a gap year before these guys go to college. Everybody on my roster, if they would have went into college this year, they would have made a roster, no question. But we're talking about the playing time. How much playing time will you get as a freshman? Are you college ready? Mm-hmm. And I just thought with these guys that I've had the last 5 years, they wasn't so much college ready in terms of getting good quality minutes right out of high school because of the age gap that they're going to be competing against. So that's why I started what I did, and we're doing good. Fifth year, these guys are currently ranked 57th in the country. That's huge. We're in the same conference with another program that's highly ranked. Very good team. So this year has been a memorable year. Broke a lot of, I guess you could say, Shots at Patience records. But, we still want to grow. We still got unfinished business to do. Finishing up in the playoffs for the Empire 8, and also going down to Rock Hill, South Carolina, for the Nationals, just to, showcase our talents to the coaches in the South region.
Team underrated. Of course, SWP, the prep program now, but team underrated, 25 plus years, right? What made you start Team Underrated in general? I mean, grassroots programs, Long Island, Queens have many guys that have done it, but what made you start that per se?
I actually was with Long Island Roadrunners, who Dion Merritt starred with.
Right.
He was very good with them. Guy went to Richmond. I was with those guys about 3 years, and I bought in some recruits that I had playing with me. And after 3 years, they actually came up to me, Cheval Birch, Mark Johnson, Corey Gilmore, a few of those guys, and said, "Let's start. Why don't you start your own AU program?" So that's when it came into existence, where I started my own. At first, we was getting our heads beat in, going to Almighty Force tournament in Brooklyn and various other tournaments. But after that first year, we adjusted. We started getting some more notoriety, start bringing more players out to the city, just to give them that feel of playing against top-notch competition. I'm based out of Long Island, and most of my tournaments that I do are based in the city, Jersey, out of state. So we're gonna keep growing. Team Underrated, like I said, it started in 2003. 2028 supposed to be the last years of Team Underrated, but when that time comes, we'll see. If we go in that route of that's it.
Yeah,
Team Underrated.
You got a good program too, and a good set of coaches. Big shout out to Coach Ty, Coach Pay, who does a lot of great work with you guys, and so many players that have been throughout your program that always continue to go funnel it. And listen, you got 3 great kids right here. How do you speak to the world? Mr. Hall here, of course, Jaden. How does your prep program help these kids to go? What is their future going to be? And we'll also let them all speak as well too, because they also played in the Holiday Classic at August Martin High School with Ballin for Peace and NY Salute 32. And was it February 17th? We got we're also going to talk about that too, where we're all going to be in the building for that as well too. But how is the prep program benefiting these kids right here, you think, individually?
Well, for one, Jaden Brister, out of Queens, Cardozo High School, had a great senior campaign. And I pay attention to what's going on out there. I pay attention on how I can help a student athlete that do come to me. Skilled scorer, rebounds very well. Is a big guard, traditional big guard. Coming to me this year, we spoke about it. We wanted him to work on his athleticism as well as his being able to play better defense. With that, with all those attributes, I feel as he's gonna make any coach happy, because he's a scoring threat. I remember one game this summer, I think he had almost 30 points with maybe 4 or 5 dribbles.
Yeah, I see him go. I see him get real busy.
That's if you can do that at the college level, coaches love that. And he also gets to the free throw line, and he shoots at a very high clip from the free throw line. So more work to be done. Like I said, unfinished business with him. Then we got Josh Hall, who I met in the summer. Interesting thing about Josh, he was set to go to college. In the summer.
Where Josh was gonna go?
I believe at JUCO, and I just saw something in him in terms of his growth and where his ceiling was. I didn't know how great a defender he was until we started coaching him this year. He's unbelievable.
Josh, we got Caribbean in you?
Rim protector.
Where Josh and people's family from?
My family's from Jamaica.
There you go. I told you. Yeah, that's what it is. Because they gonna run. That's one they gonna run.
Most kids from Caribbean countries,
pretty athletic,
pretty intelligent. 3.45 GPA out of high school. So and that's the thing. I don't want to waste a player's time. He's a great student. Why he not going to school? He's ready to go. Absolutely. But the conversation was how far you want to go with the basketball. I think if you come to me for 1 year prep, we can hone the skills and get you really more recruitable. And now he's hot. He's hot. A lot of schools are reaching out to him, especially for his grades, and just him as a humble person and being able to be a rim protector. Still room for growth. We got to still work on some things, but he's going to be another college-ready player.
How about this terrible play right here? This is terrible. Terrible one here.
Yeah, Joel, quite a few years ago.
All right, Joel, we like you.
He can tell you when he came, even the players were kind of laughing because Joel just was athletic, but
Well, he had a lot of energy, didn't he?
he just didn't have a clue of what was going on the court at times. But he played with energy.
Yes, he did.
And my thing is, I've taken on a lot of players, no matter who they are, and we just develop you. I forced him to dribble the ball. He went me over the academy charter. We had a good
Bring it a little closer to Andre the mic.
we had a good 1 year campaign over there. We put up some good numbers and proved that he can be the man at a situation, limited with his abilities. And he just kept working. He kept working. Transferred out. Went on to another situation, and he just kept working. And he's a type of kid that he just continued getting better, and he's gotten so much better. He put himself in MVP games in the summertime last 2 years. He's playing at a high level, and once again another good student.
Good.
Joel was already at Buffalo State. He was enrolled at Buffalo State.
Wow.
But he took a gamble on himself to do a year prep to broaden his horizon, to get, and it's not so much get better looks because he's going to go to school wherever because of his academics, but to show how good he really is playing against other scholarship players. And like I said, a lot of schools want him as well. So it's just steady growth for all three of these gentlemen.
And that's super, and that's great. And we had the Holiday Classic, December 28th and 29th, that passed of 2025 at August Martin High School, home of the Falcons. It was a very, very good tournament. I'm gonna talk to H2O2. H. Hey, listen, Hag, you got me right. H. Dre said he want all the smoke. He said he don't want no play teams. Sorry, St. Pass Reach. I love y'all. Kenneth Bartlett, my boy Ike, I love y'all. They said they want the best team. Right? They said they want the best team at the next tournament, period.
Smoke.
So just make sure, SWP wants the best team. February 17th, we're going to see what's going on with that as well, too. But Jaden, you got a chance to, that's still transitioning with the program. Just tell me about how you felt, all the guys. We're going to go to you one by one, how you felt playing at the Holiday Classic, definitely with NYC Elite 32 and Ballin for Peace. And I'm talking about your experience playing, of course, with Dre, with SWP, and what future it can hold for you. So, of course, Holiday Classic and, of course, with SWP.
The Holiday Classic, it was a good experience. And, I grew up in that area, so playing in that type of environment.
Big Queen, South Jamaica, Rossdale Village, good neighborhood.
Playing that environment,
good kids.
It makes you want to play harder because you see so many people there, so many cameras, so many opportunities. You never know who's watching you, so you always gotta bring out and play your best. And moving on with playing with Coach Dre, he also brings out the best in you. You don't want to play slackish because he's gonna get on you. And if
you think
whatever we lack, he tells us, and whenever we do, we do good. He tells us that too. So it's a mix in that. And, my teammates also makes it easier to play because everybody motivates each other. We talk to each other, and we just have a good friendship that we built over this last year. And, I'd rather have no better prep year than this.
Absolutely. And give up the mic, Joel. Give Josh the mic. What's wrong with you, Joel? Everybody know who the hell you are. Joel, stay down the hall. My Caribbean, man. I love our Dre. Dre ain't afraid. He'd take a flight to Africa, Jamaica. You know how the African, the Jamaicans. You don't got some of them European kids too. Boy, you take a lot of flights. Josh,
Yep.
Boy, from picking the mangoes out the tree to back out here with the SWP program. Just talk to me. You know what I love about you, Josh? How he plays on the defensive end. Right? I know Dre cares about that sometimes. You were an okay defender, right? You used to play defense, Dre?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Okay. I'll go back and look at the analytics on that. We'll talk about that one, Dre. But Josh, how you feel definitely playing with the SWB program? What is Dre and the opportunity to play in prep? Coming from the Caribbean and now having a mentor like this. Just talk about your experience playing with SWP and talk about your experience playing at Ballin for Peace as we had you with the game against St. Patrick's.
Playing with Ballin for Peace, right? Playing at the event. I was very nervous. I didn't know much about the team, like the team we were playing against. I was told we were going to play against the national team, but stuff came up and we were playing against the regional team. But they're still very good.
Yeah, of course.
Still very good players. So, I was nervous, but I still put the work in, outside the games. And I still, mentally prepared myself to, put all I could out there on the court. And when it came to actually playing, there are a lot of people watching. Like Jaden said, you don't know who's going to be watching the game. So, I put my nervousness aside and I did my best to, help my team win. Because at the end of the day, as long as we winning, I'm able to fill any role I can in order to help my team, be more efficient and, pull off the win against a very good team. So as long as I'm able to, produce, I'm not worried about being nervous. All I got to do is show results. Playing for SWP, like Coach Dre said, I wasn't planning on taking a prep year to begin with because I wasn't very sure on what route I was going to take after high school. I started like 3 years ago. My team was number 2 and number 10 in the city, AAA. But
Where was that?
I played for Franklin K. Lane.
Okay.
It's
Playing with Angels?
Yeah, Angel,
Okay.
both Angels actually. But my role was more of a shot blocking defender because I had no idea what I was doing on the court, except all I knew how to do was block the ball. Like that was my main skill. But I really wanted to play at a higher level in college and also get financial scholarships. So I wanted to take the extra prep year and develop myself as a player offensively and defensively. I was skinny. My main thing, I could just jump really high. But over time, I built my body. I got stronger. And I was able to learn drills and also learn how to score more offensively. So overall, Shots with Patience, is a very good prep year in order for me to develop as a player and also get the mindset to play in college. And, it shows off because now we're one of the better teams in the nation. So
17th?
57th.
57th?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's a very good opportunity to show off and also show the results, being with a very good team.
A lot of Long Island schools doing well in that prep program. Like you said, the Knox 17th, you guys 57th. That's still phenomenal for prep. You think about those big time schools.
I couldn't ask to play with anybody else, man. I really appreciate this team and what it did for me.
Absolutely. And Joel, got you right here showcased as well too. Buffalo State, that's a hell of a choice to take a gamble on, and definitely what Dre's doing here with the SWP program. And just talk about your experience this year. You're having a phenomenal year statistically, and what do you see yourself, of course, in a few months after dealing with Dre in the prep program? And to speak about your experience, of course, playing at August Martin, you, Khalil, and the guys had a very good game there as well.
Well, first off, I never actually wanted to go to Buffalo State. But I also...
That's great for them, Jesus. Okay. Yes, he did. Yeah. Ooh, all right, but go ahead. Continue.
So, my mom really wanted me to go to college, but I was thinking it would be smart to take this extra year with Dre because I'm thinking I'm better than that. So, I just wanted more looks because I already know I could get into any school because I got accepted into many universities when I graduated. And so I just decided to play with Dre. And it's been a very, very good prep year going on right now. And in the future, we're going to South Carolina, so it's going to even be better, and that's even more looks. And when we played Patrick School Regional, the whole team thought, oh, we about to play the national, let's go. And then it ended up being regional, so I put a battery in our back, and then we went extra hard on them. But before the game, my dad told me, Joel, get yours, but still be a good teammate. Make sure to make the right reads and all of that. And everybody on our team likes to go for theirs, but everybody needs that one guy that's passing the ball. So then I started passing. Then that made everybody want to pass. Then Jerry was passing. Jerry was throwing me lobs. Jaden was passing. Jaden was throwing me lobs. It was great chemistry that day. And I think we won by 26. And then hopefully Patrick School Nationals hears us. And then, so we play
National going to be a different life, though. You sure you want that?
Hell yeah, definitely.
That's going to be a different life.
Definitely.
Okay.
But Dre picked a very perfect set of people to play with each other. And
Flori Kumunga?
Yeah.
Eric Hillsman?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I know Dre told you, but but I know you're ready for the smoke. I'm just gonna make sure that you know some of the kids.
Coach Dre picked the perfect set of people to play with each other. And it's been very great team chemistry. The team does a lot of things together. And if we just live closer, it'll be way better.
Wow,
But yeah.
you know how that goes already. But you guys have players from from all over. That's another thing that makes your program so diverse. We see that with Luha. They said New York is down, right? But we got a lot of McDonald's All-American, even though that couldn't. I mean, those votes can be interesting too. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many different levels that show who's the top kids playing and so on and so forth. Long Island.
From Long Island. That's huge.
And bring the mic up to it.
Yeah, that's huge for New York. And just to piggyback, and I can't forget to mention Peyton Johnson, like what he did for the program this year. Let me go a quick story. When I first started,
and Dre, while you keep that story too, once you do that as well, I want you to reiterate about February 17th, what we're going to do at Rikers well to stay on. I know right there.
Peyton Johnson, he came on as associate head coach because I also coach girls program at Wyandanch. I'm the varsity head coach there, so it take up a lot of my time. And when he came on, I told him that when I come back, probably in November, I'll take over the helm, and what the illest thing that came from it. When I did want to come back, I just told him let him keep it. I let him keep the title of the head coach, and I just came and just supported him and helped him, and that was huge, really huge for the program, and that's a big success. He bonded with the players, so I didn't want to come and disrupt what they had going on. So I just came and supported him more than anything. And he's a former player of mine. I had him since he was 13. So our synergy is definitely there. And, shouts out to Ty Graham, Joel's uncle that comes out and gives the 2 cents, helps out a lot. Alejandro Hines is also coming and help out sometimes. And a big shout out to Mark Epley. A lot of this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for him. He's somebody behind the scenes that helped me out tremendously in terms of community involvement. He's the ex-mayor of Southampton, and he's been in my life for about almost 20 years, as long as his son has played for me. So he's very generous. The players don't know a lot of things that we do and able to do is because of this man. I would definitely want to give him a shout out. Want to definitely appreciate Mark Epley. Oh, yeah, you talking about the February 17th? Oh, yeah, February 17th, we're supposed to be going to one of the prisons with Mano and do supposed to be playing against some prisoners out there. It should be a great experience for my Shots of Patience guys to show who we playing against, that there's still hope, and to show my players if you make the wrong turn or do something, you can regret it, and you can be behind some bars for a while. So I think it'd be a great experience for my players as well as the players that we're playing against, and that's supposed to be going on February 17th. A great opportunity for us to link up, and definitely try to put our program out there a little bit more. Yeah, talk about your players that's not here. Jeremiah, Khalil.
Yeah, Jerry. He's ever since I met him, we was both 15 years old. I met him at 150th, and I just see him throwing lobs to this other player named Marquise, and I was like, oh, that is fire. I need to learn to dunk faster. So then I started to dunk more and more, and then now Jerry throwing me lobs. And then he's just been passing in diamonds. So every game I can never complain about him, like, ever. So.
No, but his growth as a player, from the first time you've seen him, it wasn't what he is today. Can you explain his growth as well as your growth along with him?
He went from passing to like, then like the next year he just been owed a lot with his handles, and his handle got crazy. Then he started scoring more. And then, yeah, he just got way better.
I could tell you something about Khalil and Jerry, you know. Jerry, the thing is, when I joined Shots with Patience, we went to the first practice. I knew nobody there. I could not remember their names. All I knew was that I just had to do what I got to do in order to show that I'm able to play. But over time, as like the games progressed, you know, I got to learn more about each and every one of them. You know, they all got their personalities. I know like how they play on the court. Khalil and Jeremiah, the two very special players, right? They score very well. They're also very, you know, passionate about playing defense. Khalil especially, you know, as hothead as he is, bro, he's a very good player and he's very passionate about.
Khalil's a hothead?
Oh, in my opinion, yeah. But you know, at the end of the day, as much as I say he's a hothead, he's very vocal and passionate about playing this sport. And you know, he told all of us personally, like, don't waste his time. You know, he's trying to play for real. And I could really respect that about him. Jerry, he's the same way. You know, he never gives up. Even when we're down, he tries to like hype us up and like tell us straight up, yo, you gotta try hard in order to win. And you know, I could really respect that out of them, even though, you know, the way they say it, you know, it just like it really just gets us hyped up sometimes. But you know, it's all a sport, man. You know, you always gotta do whatever it takes to win. You gotta hype your players up, you gotta hype your teammates up. So, you know, it's no worries about that.
Yes, and we got H2O in the building. H2O, yeah, you look like I got that same hoodie too. So you shopping in the same place we shopping at, and you look good with that Knicks hat on too. You look like Spike Lee on the front row section, right? You look like Tracy Morgan. I don't know what he was wearing 2 weeks ago with this Tracy. Tracy, you already got the part going on, and I'm fine with the part, but you can't wear Olas. You're not playing ball. That was on one of y'all podcasts or something like that. I don't know what he was wearing, but he was all right. We're gonna have all ball on soon. H2O on soon in the building. H2O was you got Mr. Brister in the building, right? You could even if we can't get you on camera, is there any logistics you want to? You have Josh Hall here as well too, the fresh out the Caribbean, lot of mercy, and we have Jaden. I mean, the platform is yours there. You got the 8 Mile Scully going on there with the glasses and the spectacles. I'm fine with that. It's your time.
Well, we was on the top of our 2 teammates that couldn't make it today, but well, for one, Khalil, I knew him since we was little. We grew up playing on the same AAU team, and his growth is night and day. He always has the same scoring ability going to the rim, but he extended it. He's able to knock down the mid range. He could hit some threes. He passes now. I mean, before he he never used to pass. And then after that, we ended up going to the same high school. We played at John Bound together for a year, and you know, things ended up happening. We lost, but that was just a good
guys did well in Queens though.
We did
4As. Yeah, we did very well.
Like we was the best team, but you know, anybody could win on any day, and we ended up losing. So that happened, and then we ended up coming to the same prep year. And then it's just the chemistry is still there. I find him, he could find me, and then we just have that brotherhood that we could talk to each other a certain way, motivate each other. When he's not in the right space, I'll talk to him. When I'm not in the right space, he talks to me, motivates each other. And then Jerry, I played against Jerry growing up, and Jerry used to be a slasher, just straight slasher, put his head down, go to the rim. Now he grew, and he could shoot. He could actually shoot, actually. And he finishes very well, very athletic for a 5'11", 5'10" point guard. And he finds the right man. He finds finds Joel, finds Josh. He'll find me in the corner. And I just feel like everybody just meshes well. And we just add a lot to each other's game.
Absolutely.
I was gonna ask this for Jaden. Going to Cardozo the last year in high school in the PSAL, what was that transition from John Bell to Cardozo, and having more of a leadership role at Cardozo?
No.
Then in John Bell, it was kind of like a sketchy situation.
So for the folks that can't hear it, so H2O, if they can't hear it, H2O's question is basically what is your 3 different transformations, right? Going from John Bound, PSAL 4As, to Cardozo, also PSAL 4As, Ron Clario. Is he at 1,000? Is that 977? Now 1,000 is going to be next year, right? Because they didn't qualify for Burroughs or postseason, but 1,000. I do not think they're in the borough championship. So they're actually no, they're not. They're not.
But everybody makes sense.
The boroughs, but they didn't. They must have got eliminated at some point because they're not continuing playing. Right, correct. I don't know, but that's all different other the topic. But Cardozo, and then so what's the transition from Bound, Cardozo, now with the prep with SWP?
For Bound, it was a sticky situation. I came from playing JV in my first 2 years. My first year, I didn't play much. My second year, it was just me, really. And then when I came on varsity, it was just a lot of because I was new. They had their host team. So, my first game, I had 17 points and versus E-Hall and Hearst Classic.
Rasmus?
Yeah, versus Rasmus. That game, I mean, it put a lot of people on notice because nobody knew who I was because I was on JV. So then I really opened eyes, and then that's where Coach Ron Niclerio seen me. That's when he first seen me playing against Cardozo. And then after my Bound stint, when I first officially was going to Cardozo, a lot of people really doubted my decision. It was why the team is not that good, this and that. They expected us to not have a good year, and we ended up finishing second in our conference, second in our division. And the leadership, bro, it took for me my whole life. I grew up becoming the best player, so it was nothing really new to me. And I also had a good coaching staff who he's a winning coach. I'm about to hit 1,000. That's not a small feat. He's the most winningest coach ever, I think. 975.
Yeah. Ever.
That's huge. So just going into that culture, it was something new for me. And we ended up winning. I got extremely noticed. Kids would come up to me and ask me, "Oh,
Trey was he down there with Jordan Walker, Cardozo days?"
I wasn't there. I came after.
A little bit after Jordan. Okay. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that gave me a lot of publicity in the city because people come up to me, ask me, "Oh, are you Jaden Brister?" And that was just a new feeling. I would be out with my friends, and a little kid would come ask me, and he was oh, and they would just be say they look up to me, and that's just a good feeling. And I'm not even at the top yet, so it's just inspiring kids. It was just a good feeling, and
absolutely.
That just opened up new doors, new opportunities. Then Coach Dre see me, and then now we here at SWP, and that transitioning was I could just fit in with anybody. So
and you here Wavy World, you had Ballin for Peace, NYC Elite 32. You locked in, boy, man. You got the city, Long Island, and the world.
Stuff like this wasn't happening before, so this is a very new opportunities, and it's just new experiences that I'm here living.
Last question: who will win in a one-on-one? You or your
Me and my pops.
Be careful.
It depends who you ask. You ask him.
Ain't no Central Air coming on tonight. Boy, I tell you. that room, what?
I'm winning, and he would challenge me too. He want to play me. He want to play me, but he's too old now.
Pops, you can get out of Pops. You got to try him now. This is your last of it. Give him about 2-3 more years, right?
Last time I think he got me. He got me when I was a freshman. He had me. He's bigger in size, but now that's not happening. I'm not letting that happen.
Wow, it's good to have Graf coming on too. You see that?
He's not doing no more. But he was a good player. I watched him. He could jump and he could shoot. So just watching him grow when I was growing up, it made me want to play basketball more. So I can't say he's just trash, but
so that you have heat tonight in your room, we're gonna say that he still can beat you in a one-on-one. Is that fair? The heat is on tonight, Pops. That's it. We're not gonna do nothing else in 2-3 other years.
I'm gonna just have to freeze. I don't think he's beating me.
Nah. Sign about 2-3 more NILs, and then after that, you can say whatever you want.
That's definitely his go-to. I'll have a good game, and I'll come in the car. He'd be "You're not doing that to me."
Wow.
That's the first thing.
Well, Pops is gonna be a hell of an evaluator and a scout and a coach. So his
it break me down to reality, so my head don't get too high.
There you go. Listen, SWP program, H2O definitely in the building. I want to ask all the kids, Jaden, what does peace mean to you, or where are you at in life when you have most of your peace? And it's gonna be a question for all the players as well too. So think about it as you have time.
Peace means a lot because it keeps your sanity. There's people battling with their mental health. You see it online a lot that people talk about, focus on your mental health, this and that, and if you don't, it could lead to things that you don't want to happen. And why I find my peace is playing basketball. That's really also what keeps me going. Just sitting in the gym, quiet, just focusing on my craft, it just keeps me peaceful and just keeps my sanity. And that's why I'm able to just strive the way I can, just having somewhere to go for my peace, keep my mind straight. And like if I'm down by myself, this and that, I'll just find a place where I could go that I'm just good and I'm just straight like that.
Absolutely.
To piggyback on what Jaden was saying, it is all about mental health. Cause like if you're not feeling okay with yourself or you see things in your life that's taking a negative turn, I suggest you avoid it as much as possible to keep the peace in your head. Like if something in your house is going on bad or somebody's upsetting you, I suggest just walk the other direction so you can keep a peace of mind in your head, or do an activity that you love. Like us, we play basketball all the time, and that's what keeps our peace. And yeah.
You go, Josh.
Peace for me, I feel like peace has a bunch of meanings, but the most important one is, being satisfied with where you're at in life and, finding your place and just doing what makes you feel fulfilled in life. The thing about me, I did not like basketball growing up. I thought it was a game for big kids who, had a big ego and stuff like that. And,
Jeremiah Webb changed your mind on that one, right?
People like Jeremiah Webb, yes. People just opened my eyes to the world of sports when I entered high school. But I say 9th, 10th grade, I was a massive nerd. I focused on my education a lot. And, that left me with a giant, hole in life. I didn't know what else to do. I had good grades, but I just wanted something, else to just keep my mind occupied because I started to get bored, right? And that's why I found basketball. I tried playing it. I could not make a layup. I couldn't. My shooting form was atrocious. And, I wanted to put my time in because I wanted to grow passionate about it. And that's when I dunked on my friend in an intramural game.
That'll change everything in your basketball life, won't it?
It made me feel like this is something I want to do in life. This is something I want to put my time and money towards. So that's where I found my peace of mind. And peace to me is, finding a purpose and finding something that you want to do for your life. Because the one thing I always say to people, they ask what the meaning of life is, but my answer is the point of life is to live it. And you got to live it in the best way possible, the way that you want to live it.
Yeah, listen, welcome to the Sky Zone will definitely change anybody's life as you go upstairs. The Shots with Patience program here at Dre definitely speak as well, too. Grassroots program, team underrated, SWP 5 years in building, 25 years in building with team underrated. You have so many pro-am, college guys of all different levels. Throughout your busy schedule, coach, scout, recruiter, all different type of realms, where throughout your schedule do you find peace, or what is peace to you? Is it on the basketball court as a cliche answer, or where is your utopia?
Absolutely. Peace is pretty much love and care, right? You can't care about nobody if you don't love them.
Right. Even Joel?
Even Joel. I was on the other side of the street when it comes to this basketball. Basketball found me, and in terms of coaching, it found me, and that found my peace. Because trust me, I could be.
Can you tell H2O where you're from originally?
Wyandanch.
Yeah, but where before that, where mommy was at?
Bricktown.
Yeah, just look. H2O said okay.
Yeah, PS 116.
Oh, okay,
I
H.
attended.
So we got Queens roots too. We got a little Queens, Long Island. We all together.
So that's what it's about, and that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, Jesus.
Where I
don't
came
tell that
from.
here. That's we got a different
when I
platform.
started.
We're gonna do the other platform. We have another platform coming soon, with a cultural platform, and that one you saved there too. Dre will have you on for that one after hours. Pause. Continue. Mm-hmm. Continue. Yeah, definitely. The peace. Where's your peace? Completely on the basketball court.
Oh, for sure, on the basketball court, and like my player said, your mental health is huge. I was in the military 8 years, and seen a lot of things, did a lot of things that I won't share. Some things I do share, and coaching basketball and giving back to the youth. That's definitely my piece.
Absolutely. I was going to ask you that too before we end too. How do you your military background is what kind of practices have you brought that into coaching and so on and so forth, from how you deal with the youth? You know, we deal with so many kids in Long Island that, you know, that's the same thing with the prep program. They don't know that, you know, sometimes they might be troubled, their grades and everything. And
I mean, in the beginning, it was all discipline. I was straight from the military. I still had that demeanor. But as time goes on, you have to evolve as a coach because the players evolve.
right.
You can't talk to them the same way that I spoke to them 20 years ago. So, you know, if you can't evolve, you're going to be stuck. A lot of coaches have stopped coaching.
Bring it closer to Dre, the mic.
A lot of coaches have stopped coaching because they can't evolve with the, you know, with the new generation. I'm just fortunate enough to have children of my own that I can relate to, and also have a lot of former players that piggyback on me, so I stay connected. So I'll be able to, you know, speak to the youth of today and stay evolved.
Absolutely. Listen. This is close to our last time. So Josh, Joel, Jaden, if there's any one of your girls or anything you want to say, coaches, recruiters, scouts, your block, I don't know, you ain't in no gangs. We're not doing that here because we're not doing that here. All right. But if there's anything you want to say right now, this is your collective 60 seconds combined divided by 3. You'll figure that out. You're going to school as well too.
I just want to say shout out Coach Dukley. He put me on the basketball. He made me, you know, want to get better at the sport. My girlfriend, you know, Shine, she supported me throughout. You know, I feel like I wouldn't feel nearly as motivated without her. Also my brother for helping me record the film. You know, he came all the way to Long Island to help me out. I couldn't ask
Beautiful.
for a better support in my life.
What?
Yeah, I'm a twin.
Jesus Lord.
And also my teammates, you know, they always believe in me. You know, they always tell me what I need to do better. And, you know, that I couldn't ask for any better support, you know, helping me through my basketball journey.
Is the twin hooping?
He plays football, but
I have to figure something out.
Shout out my father, and shout out my uncle who always trains me in the gym. Shout out Coach Mike from Epic South. Shout out Coach Dre, of course, because he's been with me since I started organized basketball. Shout out my other uncle, Coach Ty. He's also been with me since the start. Shout out my other uncle, Darren. He's always been with me to the start. Most of my family's been with me through the start. But thank all of y'all. And follow me.
Wavy World, man. City, Long Island, in the world. Yeah, absolutely. Follow him.
Well, obviously, I give my flowers to my parents, and they allow me to do what I do, give me a house and food.
Even the gentleman over there? Okay, all right. Well,
Nah, but my dad does play a huge role. He pushes me, shows me drills. He always sends me Instagram reels about how to get better and what to do. My coaches, it's too many to name, but one coach I would name is Coach Dave Edwards. May he rest in peace. That was my coach growing up, AAU, and he came in and he put a new sense into basketball world into me. And coming from where he came from and going on and being a big name. So that was a good experience for me growing up. And just anybody who's watching, just keep out looks for SWP. We going up still. We still got games. We still got things to prove. And we're not done.
Hey, Hector, do me a favor too. Joe, what you gonna say? Guys, Joe.
One more thing. Shout out my mom. Happy birthday.
Absolutely. That lock was gonna change tonight.
Wait.
That lock is gonna change.
If I don't take up too much time, shout out my friend Emmanuel Brown, DeAndre Feggins. Yes, sir. You don't know who they are, but they're my best friends from childhood. Who else?
Shout out Lotion.
That's a good. And just zoom in on Dre right quick before we wrap it up. Dre said he's not coming back to the next classic unless he plays the best team that you have to offer. We're gonna end it right there, okay? Milk and cookies for rookies, coffees and donuts for grown-ups. Victory has 100 fathers, but defeat is an orphan. We're here, Hector. We're Bronx Tale Studios, not the city, not the Long Island, the entire world. SWP, wrap it up. Dre Edwards in the building.
Mic drop.
The world is yours.